Hi guys, it's another lovely moment on the 1v1 show. I have the ubiquitous, the amazing, the incredible, the indefatigable coach and manager or president, put it all together, of Gbagada FC. Now this is a club that is setting the pace, a trailblazer, a club that is everything that we all dream our clubs should be like. And you know the funny thing, they started from the very grassroots and they are growing through the rank. I know that in the next 5 or so years, they will be in the Nigerian Professional Football League, setting standards for the likes of Enyimba, Kano Pillars, and the rest of them to follow. Sometimes it's not about the age, but it's the maturity of the mind. I have Akinyelu Olajide Ademola. My name is Idafe Matthew Esogene, and we're going to tackle a lot of things on the show. We're going to find out, why is he so passionate? Why does he dress different? Why does he look the way he looks? Why does he behave completely, utterly different from all of the coaches in Nigerian football? I've been in Nigerian football for over 30 years. I've not seen one so prime and proper, so bespoke, so well arranged, so well put together. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with your dressing. First off, you look very, very good. You look like you're going to be the master of ceremony in somebody's wedding, or probably the best man at a wedding. Yeah. So talk us through how you pick up your clothes when you want to go for games.
Okay. Well, she's always telling me I don't give out kudos for how I look. My personal stylist is my beautiful wife, Akinyelu. She picks my shirt, my tie. She picks the shoe, the kind of hairstyle I'm supposed to. For this occasion, she picked out everything.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty of Gbagada FC and your space. How did you get into football?
I've always wanted to be a footballer myself, you know, growing up watching football, playing street football, and got to a point that I decided on what I want to do with my life, you know. And I felt football was the way for me, you know, the fame that comes with playing football, the money that comes with a better life. But along the way, I realized I wasn't just good enough, you know, to make it to the pro level. So I had to drop the dreams of playing. But the passion I have for the game, I had to fix myself somewhere in the industry, and coaching comes naturally for me. From tender age, I'm always in charge of groups playing football, you know, organizing, you know, making everything prim and proper. So I decided coaching it is, and I went to NIS to start my coaching education, and here we are today.
How's the experience at NIS? I am also a graduate of the NIS, and
Okay.
Well, I have my own story to tell, but let's hear your story.
Well, 99% of my colleagues feel NIS isn't good enough, but I tell them that it's not what the institution can just offer you. You need what we call personal growth. Yeah. They just give you little, but it's left to you to develop. We can't compare what we have here with those outside Africa or outside the country. We know we're way behind, you know, but at least I started my coaching from there, and till today I still give kudos to my tutor then, Coach Adishino, for giving me the basics of coaching, and I built myself up from there. You have resources online. I have no excuse not to grow. So NIS to me is a good starting point for any young guy trying to come into the football industry.
Okay, and you went from NIS, and then you talked about personal growth. Yeah. It's always online. Explain that bit, because to the guy out there who wants to be a coach, he really does not understand what you're saying. Oh, okay. Do I just go online and they'll tell me, if you want to coach players, this is how they behave, this is, you know. So how do you learn about the psychology of your players, understanding tactics, as tactics are evolving? Take, for instance, when I play football, there are only two tactics. There is 4-4-2 and 4-2-4.
Okay.
There's nothing else. Okay. Until I think Louis van Gaal started changing the game when he brought in 4-3-3 and won the Champions League with Kano Akwan, George, and the rest of them. Okay. And then football has evolved. Today, we don't even know what the position of the number 8 and the number 10 anymore. Yes. How do you get resource and understand all of this?
Like I said, it's personal growth. Online, when I say online, we have thousands of resources you can learn from. What I do mostly is I read a lot. When I say I read a lot, I read mainly about my industry, which is football and coaching. That's I read a lot. So and for me as an individual, I don't accept everything I read out there. I only pick those I feel is in line with what I believe in when it comes to football.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pick certain things from different coaches. Like I'm a big fan of Mourinho, I'm a big fan of Pep Guardiola, and I pick certain things from them. You understand? I bring it together and see how it can work with our culture here in Nigeria. And so far, it's been fun.
So let's bring it to our culture because that's where I was going before you said our culture here in Nigeria. Has the experience been like, because when I look at you, I see an utterly European coach standard. And then there is the Nigerian way. The Nigerian way where if we're supposed to go the right way, Nigerian way will bend you to go the wrong way. Take for instance, like you have to pay referees to win matches, even in your home ground. You have to cut corners. Have you been able to deal with that challenge?
Well, playing the NLO1, we got promoted from NLO2 last season to NLO1, and people said there's no how you can't get promotion. It's going to be difficult. You need to sort referees. Referees walking up to me to actually tell me you need to do this, and I'm like, okay, what's the essence of waking up every morning? Our training sessions at 7 a.m. I get to the pitch 6:30 every day for the past 8 months. If I know that on my match day I have to give someone something to, and the business part of it, in as much as it's important that you do well on the pitch, to attract more corporate bodies, but the truth is our league, the way it's structured, you didn't get a dime for promoting. There is no one era, there is no incentive. So why would I dash you money when I'm getting zero kobo directly from the league? So to me, it doesn't make any sense, and I stood my ground that I'll just go there and play. And I used some things at the championship in England, League One in England as an example. They've been in existence for over 100 years. Some have never played the Premier League before, but they're a business. They run in, year out. They have average of 10,000, 15,000 fans. They have corporate bodies sponsoring them. They sell merchandise. They are not as big as the big boys at the EPL, but they're a business. So I really don't have to get to the NPFL to run as a business. So I don't need, yes, you need to win games to promote, but I don't need to bribe someone to promote, because I've seen the standard of the games of other teams. I believe with what we have, with what we're doing here, we can actually, be successful at what we tend to achieve.
Okay, last season when you were in the NLO2, your team was on fire. The games, I kept following every result. 3-0 here, 4-0 there. You go to people's home and you were dominating play. This season, referees or no referees, I've seen your game. The standard has dropped a little bit.
Okay.
What happened?
The standard didn't drop. You understand?
What happened?
I'll explain. We played 10 league games in Hull, and we had just one bad day out of the 10 league games. When I wasn't too proud with what we did. It was a terrible day that they just won against BNGL at Agege. But every other game, we did well in terms of performance. I was satisfied, but we couldn't just get goals, and goals win games.
Yeah.
So we ended up having 5 draws, 1 win, and we lost 4 games. And all the games we lost, it's always 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. So in all, not as if the performance dropped, but from our own review, we saw that our power going up front wasn't just good enough for the season. So
it's that you met. You will say that the oppositions at the level are weak, because I mean this is a team that was known for goals last season. I mean you were tearing people apart. You were Man City, and all of a sudden you had become. What happened?
Like I said,
did you lose players?
No. We were able to keep them together.
And you signed some more players.
And we added 3 players. 3 players.
If we had to rewind the clock, go back to the starting, what would you do different?
I would have brought in more attackers, because that was the problem. And as a coach, we knew the goals we scored last season at NLO2 came from the midfield and the defense line, funny enough. So we didn't fix the problem, and that is why we're here.
Okay.
We didn't fix it. We felt okay, we could go on with the same crop of players, and they're not just good enough. That's the truth. Because for each game, we're creating chances, minimum 3 to 5 each game, but we couldn't convert
Not
those
just
chances.
converting
Yeah,
it.
so that was
Now let's move into the daily routine of Gbagada FC. Now, Gbagada FC doesn't have a camp where your players stay. You can't control their feeding and all that. But do you tell your players what to eat, what not to eat, when to sleep, how long they should sleep, sex before match, or those stuff that when I was playing, for instance, I played under a coach that said, if you make love to a girl before match, you have brought bad luck into the team, those kind of things. Is that part of your coaching philosophy?
no, no, no. The sex thing is if you understand sex, so to say, you need to understand your personal body, how long it takes for you to recover. So as a coach to my players, you can't really monitor our players what they do outside football. So what I advise is, for the sake of the team, for example, we have a league match on a Saturday. No matter what, try to abstain Friday if you want to have sex, because sex is part of life. That's me. It doesn't really affect what you do on the pitch. It's about timing when you want to have sex, how long it takes for you to recover from it. You know, sex is a way of releasing stress. So I just beg them that try to at least live for 48 hours in between games, if at all you have to have sex. If you can stay away from it, fine. But if you can't, I need 48 hours. And I think most...
What is the culture like with your players, the average Nigerian players that you've worked with over the years?
Yeah, smoking per se, not really. But drinking, they do. And some even do it to my face. You understand that?
You can kill them.
Yeah.
A pint or two will kill anybody.
Mine is whatever you're doing on the pitch, so far it doesn't affect your performance on the pitch, then it's fine by me. Some coaches don't like players at our level being stylish with their haircut and all of that. And to me, I'm just fine with that.
I'm going to go there.
I'm just fine with that. You can pierce your hair, you can dye your hair, you can do all sorts, because it's part of your personal branding. Sport is meant to be a form of entertainment. So you don't have to give your fans the same boring look all the time. So for me, drinking, they do. But like I said, you have to know how much. Yeah, that's just it. I drink also, but I'm a social...
You're a social drinker, you're not an addict.
No, so.
Now, in England, you're a fan of the EPL. In England, there's something called the League Managers Association. In Lagos here, when you guys play the FA Cup, there's always this thing I hear. Now we're broadcasting the FA Cup, so that if you're not registered, you will not sit on the bench. How does the Coaches Association, the league managers, or the managers, the association in Lagos, how does it work? Does it really function?
The Lagos State Football Coaches Association is under the Nigerian Football Coaches Association.
Oh, there's a Nigerian Football Coaches Association?
Yes. So
do they work?
They do in their own sense. You understand? I don't really want to go into that.
No, we need to go into it.
Okay. Well, I'm a member of Lagos State Football Coaches Association, Shomolu Council.
Okay.
Yes. And yes, meetings are held twice a month. They come together, talk about what's happening in the coaching world, how to get better. But the truth is, everything with football is just politics. It's just politics. So I've been there. I attend the meetings when I can. The league season, I was busy, but now that I'm on break, I'll go for more meetings. But basically, I don't see... It's just politics for them.
Okay,
politics.
So there's nothing like you have like protection for coaches, like, oh, one of our coaches having this problem, let us stand up and fight for them.
No, they do that. They do that once you're a member.
Okay.
Once you're a member. If you have a contract with someone and you're dismissed illegally, they will come together. They have a lawyer that stands for the body. They fight for you and try and get something. They do that. When you're down, that's something good about them. When you're down, maybe sick, or you're getting married, they come together as a group and they support in their own way.
No, we're party people country now. I mean, earthquake could be happening. I will still buy a Shwebi and go for a wedding.
They do that, but my concern is how are they growing the coaching
industry?
Yeah, that's just it. That's my concern. How do we move from point A to point B? I don't see it at all.